Well, good evening, everybody. It's Ann Jansen here in St. Cloud, Minnesota, central Minnesota. Super happy to be with you tonight. This is a great group. It's been a great 2 weeks. It feels like a fire hose was coming at me with all the amazing information we received at the convention, and then the new comp plan and the new app and stuff. So it was just really a lot to do last week. So I spent a lot of time learning. So what I wanted to do tonight was show you kind of an overview of what I feel I've learned in this last week and a half. But what I really want to make sure is that you know that this is your business. I'm excited to be working with you. We all want to work together with you, but we really have to, everybody has to go find things when they want them. You don't want to always depend on your sponsor for that. So what I want to show you tonight is like where some places to find things and stuff. So, but keep looking, keep searching. We'll walk with you. We're not going to hold anybody's hand. I mean, we really, the new comp plan makes us have to go do something more than the other comp plan is, I feel. So it's a little bit harder to keep the things going. So anyway, that's what I want to say. And again, super excited to have you here. The topics we'll be covering tonight are Compensation Plan 2.0, sharing LifeWave with the business, the Hawaii incentive trip, the Now site, X2O, Syllogize, making a decision, and how to sign up for Steve's emails. We will begin with the compensation plan. Okay, we're going to start with the back office. And I'm here a lot, and I hope you're here a lot because there's really a lot of information here. And everything looks different, since it was a while back. Start with the compensation plan here, and then I'm going to come back and talk about these circles here. So the first thing is in your compensation plan, always look for the things news you can use, because that's a lot of good things that's coming. So you click on the new compensation plan. And then you're going to have all these boxes, and then click on this particular one right there on the link. And I highly encourage you to print out these pages here, because I refer to this all the time, because I think the biggest advice I can give you is like, don't try to learn everything because it's just so overwhelming, the new comp plan. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And the thinking behind this one is that they want to reward everybody from the beginning. And I'll show you how we're going to be doing that. So when I see something when I got something new in my comp plan, like my pay, then I go to my book and I see like, what is this? So I'm learning because I now have numbers in my comp plan. So that's been my greatest way of learning this week. All right, so one thing I did learn, I watched Kyle and Jay Atkins' PowerPoint. So if you can find that link, that was really good to watch. And the one thing they said is that we are now binary and unilevel. And it doesn't really matter which of our new 9 ways of earning, which is which. You don't really have to understand that. But just know that we have both now, because I wasn't quite understanding. So a lot of them are unilevel, and unilevel means that we're responsible for just those people right underneath us. We're not sharing points. We are sharing points. It's not that's binary, but a bunch of them are now unilateral. Okay, so here are our 9 ways of earning. And this chart can be like really overwhelming, but it's actually easier than what it used to be. So we have brand partners, which would be somebody who has signed up as a brand partner, not a customer. And they are not, they might have, like the first month when they bought the core package, they were qualified because they had bought something that month. But then the second month and third month, they might not buy something. So then they go back they were an active brand partner back to a brand partner. And that's okay. If they're a person that's not going to build the business, it doesn't matter if if they're qualified or not. But a person who is planning to build the business definitely wants to be qualified. Then you're an active brand partner. Then we have 3 levels of manager, 3 levels of director, 3 levels of executive, and 3 levels of presidential. So I think those are a lot easier than before, because we used to have senior presidential director. And we used to have different names that were maybe a little bit confusing. So this is really, really easy. So I love it. It's great. Okay, so the former manager are these two star, 1-star manager, 2-star manager. They just broke them down into a smaller division. So before they used to be together, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then like the former presidential was 2-star executive, SPD and stuff, and elite. And then they have 2 new ones because people keep making more and more money. So they have these new levels. So this is my interpretation of what I have seen. Okay, so for the manager, for a 1-star manager, you need 1 brand partner on your left and 1 brand partner on your right. And they have to have a 110 volume. So that's different. Before it used to be 55, now it's 110. And then to become a 2-star manager, 2 brand partners on the left and 2 brand partners on the right. And if you remember, that used to make you manager. Now they just get the 2-star managers. And then these are the 9 ways we make money. And number 1, the existing product introductory bonus, that's the same, except now that we've added this new Advanced Plus package, and then you get a $165 product introductory bonus. So core, advanced, advanced plus, and premium. All right, so the next one, the new one, is a business launch bonus. Maybe we're going to call it BLB, called business launch bonus, not business lunch bonus. So launch, you're launching your business. And the cool thing about this is it's for new brand partners and their enrollers. And their enrollers would be you. So when new brand partner becomes like a 1-star manager, so maybe a 1-star manager had 1 person on left and 1 person on right that had 110 business volume, which are 2 sleeves, 1 X39 and 1 supporting patch. They're going to receive $25. This is a really, really big deal because if people are going to get money back right away, they're going to stay with us longer. And then as the enroller, you're going to get 50% of that. So you're going to get $12.50. Now, we always want to help our downline anyway, but if we're going to get some money for it, that's even better. So this is a built-in helping system. It helps you to, always pay attention more or whatever. Anytime the pot's sweetened, I think it's, we have a little more energy. But again, we want to help people all the time, but that's great that we're going to get some extra money back. So if you're a 2-star manager and they have 2 on left and 2 on right, then they're going to get $50 a week for the first 9 weeks, and then you're going to get $25. So this example on here is going to be a roller coaster situation. And when you only have 2 people total, as we know, who've been in it a while, some drop out, some come in, some drop out. And Steve Merritt often talks about having 20 people on your left and 20 people on your right, because then you don't go through that, oh, my person dropped out, because if you have several people, you're not so dependent on just the 2 people that you have. So we want to always keep building in depth. So here's an example of this little roller coaster. So your new brand partner is a 1-star manager, 1 on left and 1 on right. You are also a 1-star manager at least. They get 25, you get 12. And that goes for the next month. You become 2-star manager, but you still get $12.50. Then the next month, next week, that person is no longer active, so they fell out. So then you don't get anything. And then again, back to where they were. Then they become 2-star manager, 2 on left, 2 on right. They get 50, you get 25. The next week you fall down, and then you don't get that little bonus point. So it keeps us both active.
Hey, Anne, could
Yes.
I say something real quick if you go back 1 slide? My understanding is that really structure isn't important now. It's literally just the volume. And so regarding the manager, 1-star manager, 110, just like the old manager, you need 110 volume. So that's the same. Any manager needs 110. But you see how it says 750 volume for a 1-star manager and 1,500 for a 2-star manager?
Yes.
So that really could be Like you enroll as an advance, that's 300, right? And then you get three others to enroll, that's 900, that's 1200. So you've already exceeded, if they all did advance, you're already a manager. I think if they're even all on the same side, although they don't recommend that's how you build it, I
Yeah.
don't think the structure is really important, but you do want to build both sides.
What all the things I will talk about tonight, just remember you don't have to know all these things. You have your book, and when you need it, then you're going to find it. When the student is ready, the teacher appears, and your teacher is your book. But just keep putting people left, right, left, right. Try to keep that even. All right. So then, okay, the next one then is breakthrough incentives. So these are amazing. So we have, when you become 1 star in all of these divisions, you're going to get 500, 5,000, 50,000, 2 star presidential 75,000 and 100,000. So that is pretty amazing. And this is how this fits into that little system. So here's your breakthrough incentive. So if you're coming in at one of these levels, just know that if you're a manager currently, your 1 star director, you're going to get a $500 cash bonus. That's pretty amazing. If you're a 1, 2, or 3 star director, go up to executive, $5,000 cash bonus. Now that's going to make people pretty excited and so on. So that's amazing that they're giving us this new incentive. Then in between here, they also give us some luggage. So if you are 1 star director, become 2 star director, they're going to give you a LifeWave branded tote or a backpack, and then a carry-on luggage. If you're 1 star executive, this is where I am right now, and I'm nearly ready to go up to the next level. And I'll show you how that happens too. 4-day trip to Corporation in Utah. Now, Renee and I went there in January.
January.
January. Um, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing to be there. So if you've been watching the video of the world's oldest intern, that was filmed there, and we got to see all those Star Trekky things, and it's just absolutely amazing. But also you get to go for 4 days, so you get to spend the time in Utah. And Utah is absolutely beautiful. I loved the mountains, right, Renee? I kept saying,
Hmm.
look at these
Hmm.
mountains. They're amazing because in Minnesota, we don't really have a lot of mountains. So, and they were just like different mountains than I've seen. So that was pretty fun. And then 3 star executive, this is hometown visit. Someone's going to come and then they're like, I have no idea what they're going to do, but somebody from Corp is going to come to town and meet you and see where that goes. So how exciting for all of those things for us. The next one is the enhanced binary bonus. So this was formerly called the cycle bonuses. So now it has changed to percentages. Okay, this is the first half of the former cycle bonuses. So once you reach the 3 star manager, now you're going to get like what used to be those cycle bonuses, but they're called binary bonuses now. So of course, this is the part of the compensation plan that goes back to the binary. The other ones were more like unilevel. And so you're going to get these different percentages. And then as you go up, you get percentages of what your downline produces. Okay. And then there's a max. So of course there's big reasons to go up on the bonuses.
And that's based on the smaller of the legs.
Yeah, yes. There. Okay. And then the enhanced, so these two existed, but they're enhanced. This is the other half of the binary cycle. Now, this is really amazing. So I'm seeing like level 5s. I'm getting money on level 5s. And what's really fun is all these names that I've never seen on my team before. And so that I really like seeing all these different names because to know who's on my team. Because I'm right now at 1 star executive. So then I get these, but for some reason I'm getting level 5s, generation 5 too. So you just get these different percentages, and as you go up in rank, you're going to get higher percentages of their volumes.
Wow, look at those volumes. Wow.
Yeah, they're going to be great. So at first, if any of us were used to getting 25% of those generational bonuses and then 20% and 20%, first you're like, yeah, I only got 10%, but you have that other bonus to put together with it. And so together they equal that, almost that. All right, so here's where I'm looking for, okay, I came in at 1 star. I used to be a presidential, which was almost one to the top. So then now I'm 1 star executive, which is great that I'm gonna work up for these bonuses. So when you look at yours, it's always going to tell you what's here, what your level is. If you click on the arrow, all of the arrows, the next group will be all green because you've achieved that. If you click this way, it's going to be like it's your next level to go to and what you need. So right now I'm concentrating on this.
Hey, Anne, real quick, and those beside each circles, they're clickable, which gives you the detail, which is amazing.
Yeah. And then when you click on each one of them, you're going to get a lot of downline information. Here's that information that I see. So again, here are my circles. Of course, all the names are here and their IDs. So one of my people, their team in the month produces that many points. And then so I have two that are almost at 15,000 points. So when one of those gets to be 15,000 points, that's how I move up to that next level. So right now I'm 1 star executive because I had two people that have 6,000 points per month. So now even though I have one that's, over 50,000, I have to have two that are over 15 to get to that next level. And then that will be that Utah trip. So why I think this is so good is because I just know where my team's at now and I know where I need to help people.
Yeah.
So I think it's fantastic. I just really, really love the new comp plan. Yeah. So as you need things, that's when they all become clear for you.
That
Okay.
luggage looks nice.
Yeah. You want to make sure you click on this. So this is back to the beginning on your homepage that to click on these things.
Hey, and also in that under education in your back office, the videos per bonus are actually very, very good. If
Yeah.
you watch the training videos, they're excellent.
Yeah. The next bonus is one that's already existing, and it's called a quarterly leadership pool. And this is given to the higher ranks. They get a check every quarter. Well, like it says, quarterly. So that's something for all of us to look forward to. Another bonus that we are now receiving is called a level earning bonus. These are calculated by the points that we are receiving from any patches that are purchased. So anybody in level 1, which are the people that you have sponsored, any of their points accumulated left and right side, go together and you get 7% of that if you are, for example, a 1-star director. Anything from level 2, which are people that they have sponsored, you're going to get 5% and so on. And when I look at my current check, the divisions, within my pay, this is the bonus that I have the highest payout of. That might change in the future, but right now that's where I get the most pay. And the last two we'll talk about are the existing one, which is the retail profit, which we're quite familiar with, and the new one called customer premiums. Since they both deal with customers, I'll go into the business section and tie that in. I'm very excited for this new customer premium benefit because now the business who sells other products, hair products or supplements, they can sell the patches in the same way. Before it felt like they had to encourage their customer to become a brand partner. And now they can just buy the product and it makes it a lot more streamlined with this flyer I'm going to present. So I sent a lot of people this particular piece of paper or this document, and I'll send it to anybody who wants it, and I'll send it as a live document. So I'm going to highly encourage you to talk to your massage therapists, your chiropractors, your acupuncturists, hairdressers. They're all in the wellness world anyway. And so they're a lot more open to listening to us than some other people. So what this document does is, Renee started it and then I changed it to fit my person. And so when I send it to you live via a Canva, if you have Canva, you change it to fit your person. You can change the colors. I made it these colors because that's the color of the logo of this particular chiropractor. So we talked a lot about how we're going to do this. And she really doesn't want to get into the MLM thing. So the biggest hang up for businesses is that they don't want to risk their traditional business for someone who's anti-MLM or direct sales, whatever you want to call it. And so she's like, I just don't know how I'm going to do this. And so those people also sell a lot of supplements, and it's, really kind of the same thing, only there's not a money-making opportunity attached to those supplements that they're buying. So we're approaching this in the same way as her supplements. And so the QR code here goes to the phototherapy video that everybody already knows. And by the way, the customer would get this whole piece of paper. And then she really wants, like, she's going to sell them in the store and she's going to sell them for 150. That's the prices, even like we have 149.95. She just says, forget that. Let's just do 150. Okay. They have the choice to charge what they want. And then the supporting patches will be 80. So people can buy them there. That's what that little box talks about. At first we had a brand partner box, but she's like, I thought, well, let's not have that. So we took that whole brand partner box out and put preferred customer. So this QR code, if you know how to work Canva, you can easily make a QR code. And now I can, thanks to Shelly. It's like a few seconds it takes to make that. And when you click on that, that's going to go to her sheet, which looks like this. Okay, so there's that piece of paper, that little box. This is what the person's going to get. So now she can see retail customer or he, preferred customer plus, and brand partner. All right, so then they can sign up right on that.
Wait a second. Where'd you find that page? I've never seen that page.
Instead of the word join, you click on join our community right there. The word join our community. That's one of those.
So it shows everything?
Yeah, before you sign in to your back office,
Mm-hmm.
a screen comes up and it says join our community.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
And you're on this, Renee.
I know. I'm excited about that.
And so that comes up. They can read all these things. But again, we made a QR code just for that person. When I do another business, which I did, I just changed that QR code. I kept everything the same, asked them to approve it, and just changed that code. I also give them this piece of paper on the back. So the front looks like this, the back looks like this, because then they can also see that when they click on that. This just gives a little more description of what they want to do. And then there is the brand partner list. There's a little bit of curiosity. We didn't want to have it completely out, but some people can afford it. So this way they could make a little bit of money through this. So here is the brand partner link. So I changed how it looks. Like, you like bundles for even more savings? That's a little enticing. Maybe I should check that out. And then that's going to bring them to their list of being able to buy the 4 packages. The other reason I like this page is that there are the prices, and that might be enticing for somebody like, oh, maybe I can get it cheaper here. So people can see that very clearly. It's $100 here. I've chosen to put my phone number on here because she doesn't want to answer any questions. She doesn't really want to learn it. It's kind of a lot of work to take on somebody's whole business, but that becomes a ministry for me. Our mission here is to help people a lot and, help people's health, of course, and maybe their finances. So I'm choosing to be the contact person for her. Ideally, you want it to be like the receptionist or somebody else in their clinic. We want to teach them how to learn all this stuff. So I was very willing to train them. This one's, they have such a small place that it's not possible. And then she wanted one more piece of paper. Again, here's how to order the core package, because she still thinks people are going to do that. And then that gave them the 3 options. These are the 3 patches that she's going to promote in her business. And that gave them the options. And all these pieces of paper, glad these saved to you. The next bonus is already existing. It's the same as we've had before, called Retail Profit for Customers. How much do we make on these customers? So I had a hard time finding this one. And where I did find it is under compensation plan. There's all these videos. This is what Renee was talking about. And here, all these little tiny videos on every single thing. So here's the one about the compensation plan that I was just talking about. Each of the 9 ways to get paid has its own video, so check them all out when the need comes up. So how much you're going to get paid if someone does sign up as a retail customer, you're going to get $50 for the X39 and 49 and $15 for everything else. For a preferred customer or a preferred customer plus, you're going to get $20 for X39 and 49 and $10 for everything else. So the second way you get paid on a customer's purchase would be the new number 9 here, customer premiums. And how you get paid on that is the total volume of your customers in a 31-day period. And then if you get the 300 to 599 QV, then you get 5%. 600 to 1199, you're going to get 10% of that. And then 1200 plus, you're going to get 20% of that purchase. All right, so the next thing that I highly want you all to go for is this Hawaii incentive trip. So this little link right here, Andy Hosier has a 12-minute video on this. And if you go to YouTube, this is at YouTube, you can watch this video. 12 minutes. Andy really talked a lot about why you want to be on this. So Hawaii is like a destination for a lot of people. I've been to almost every state except Hawaii. So I'm pretty excited to go there. And in my mind, I've already won this trip. So I just think I've won this trip for sure. You have to think in a positive way. So the cool things about being on the trip, so I've been on 2 of them. One was Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Punta Mita, Mexico. What happens at these vacations is like it's 5-star hotels all the time, 5-star everything. And you just get treated like royalty. And because it's also free, like we want excursions, this will be one of them. Go scuba diving, and there's also one like to a volcano. We get to choose one of these, and they gave us a couple of options. It's super fun. The food is amazing. The golf course, if people are golfers, you just get to go around place to place. If you've never been to an all-inclusive, it is amazing. You just keep going and going and going. Eat when you want. We probably have 1 meeting in these days only, and you want to be with your teammates. It is so exciting to be together and meet all these people that you see on Zooms and stuff. So everybody's happy at the convention. They're great. Everybody's happy there. But this is such a different situation when everybody's in a relaxed mood. You're in the sun. You're happy. So just really, really try to go on this trip. Keep in your mind. So how you get there, it is a 5-star trip. The contest dates are October 22nd through February 22nd. That's 17 weeks to qualify. So kind of break it down, figure out how many points you need per week to go there. And then mark on your calendar already that you're going to be in Hawaii on May 5th through 9th. And down here it says how many points you need. 75 points gets you the trip. 100 points gets you the trip and the airfare. 125 points, 2 trips and 1 airfare, and then 150 points, 2 trips, 2 airfare. So in my mind, I'm doing more than 150. That's the number I want because, of course, I want my husband to go along. And so I have that goal mindset. That's just how it's going to be. So where you can find that tracker right here, there's that tracker. You can find this tracker on This Is It onboarding. There's their main page. So this link is set up as my favorites on my computer. So when I open my computer, there's a link to this. It's one of my main ones because I go there so much. So here's the onboarding. You could have it set to a different page, on the home one, but I happen to have it set to here. All right, there's a little hamburger up there. You're going to click on that hamburger and you're going to see downloads. And there are lots of downloads. So here's the one. This is the tracker for the Hawaii trip. As long as you're there are the slides for the opportunity slides. So if you want to share it with people, you can download those slides. These are brand new. And you put your own personal story within there. If you know how to do PowerPoint, make it personal. Add a few slides in there. Here's the application. You can download and print those, the new one. And then to help your people get going, you've got 1-star manager. There's a piece of paper, and then the power of 2, how you can duplicate that. So This Is It team has given us so many great things. So take advantage of that. Okay, so here's how you get the points, how to qualify for the trip. As a manager or a director, you're already going to get 1 point per week, and that's actually 17 points. If you're executive or presidential, it's 2. So it's worth getting to executive. Since I'm at that level, this is going to be 34 points that I for sure will get right off the bat. That's exciting. Then, if I personally rank up, if you go from a manager, 1-star manager, going to get 5 points. You become 1-star manager, become 2-star manager, you get 5 more points, come 3-star manager, 7 more points. So you just keep going up. So now that I'm at the verge of becoming executive 2, I'm going to get 30 points for that. So that is exciting. So already I'm on my way, and that's
So Anne, as
yes,
you're a 1-star, what'd you say right now, executive?
executive. Yep.
So do you get 25 and then when you go up to 2, you get 30 more?
No, I don't get 35. I don't get this 25. I'm already that level. When you go up, when you rank up,
Oh, okay.
yeah, then you're going to
So
get
if
that.
you went to 3-star, you would get 30 plus 40?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So anybody who's starting, brand new people, can get this and then that and then that. It's like these two are pretty easy to find 4
Hmm.
people. I mean, really,
Yeah.
we can do that if we're serious about this. All right, and then you add your people here. So you're going to add people with like here's your core, advanced, advanced plus, and premium. So we get Elaine, but Elaine bought an advanced plus. Okay, you get all those points. You get 2 for the core, you get 2 for the advanced, and then 2 more for the advanced plus. So she really got 6 points for the advanced plus package, and so on. So when Fred, maybe he bought the core and then he upgraded later, and then, so you add those 2 points. So it's accumulative. Just keep adding your points for your people. All right. So when they rank, the people that you personally hosted ranked, rank up, they became, Elaine became 1 point, 1-star manager. You got 2 points. Then when she went to 2-star manager, you got 3 more points. She got those points too, but so did you. So we just keep adding on for all those points, and then we add them up. All right, so then here they're saying you add these 3 sections up and you're going to get, whatever you're going for. And when you get in airfare, you get reimbursed up to $700. You buy the flight and then they reimburse you. All righty, then, as you know, we have thisisitteam.com for learning. And then if you want to share it, is thisisitinfo.com. But now we have this new app that's out, and it's called Now Site. And it's amazing, absolutely amazing. And anybody who's into social media, this is the bomb for you. And then the cool thing about us on the This Is It team is that not only do we have the LifeWave now, which is this, Steve and Gina made a This Is It team link also on that. And to join that, you can scan either of these codes. So the reason this is such a big deal is any of us who were at the convention, the added day on a Sunday, they had hours and hours of training, 8:30 to 3, more training, how to utilize all the stuff that we had learned in the convention. And other teams didn't do that. And some of the people from the other teams came to this because they didn't have this from their team. So this is how blessed we are to have Steve and Gina and their over the top energy for us. They keep doing more things. And another thing Steve and Gina have done for us is give us This Is It Team YouTube channel. Steve and Gina put out a lot of videos, and this is where you can find the replays of these videos. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see question and answer about the Now site. There have been a few videos on that, so if you want to learn that, scroll down and find both of those videos on that, and you'll learn a lot about how to use the This Is It Now site. All right, the water technology, make sure you call it the X20, not the X20. It always comes out X20 because, of course, we can't drop the 2. Not a big deal, but I know when Renee and I were at corporate, the name hadn't been brought out yet. And so we learned about the name that day, and I saw that. I thought that is so cool. And one of the employees at the office came up with that. So I thought that was a pretty cool name. So we are not talking about the water machine right now because they had launched, a whole bunch of people have these. I've had one for about 4 months. Several people on the call have the water machine, but there were some filter issues, and so about 10% of them went back. And now they have fixed that issue. And so in 2026, they didn't say an exact date, these will be coming out. So I know everybody's waiting for this, and there's a long wait for this. So we technically don't talk about it to people. We can kind of say there's a lot of inventions coming. We can't say too much about it because we will get that information in January. And then the Cellergizer did come out. So we've had this morning one for a while. And so now the evening powder is out and you can buy it. You can buy it as a group. If you buy 3, then they come down to 50. We got some samples at convention and I loved them. It's just really, really great. So the cool thing about these supplements is that they go right with the patches in the sense that they were made for the patches. Nothing else is going to help the patches like these formulas are going to help. And if you look at the ingredients, they're normal ingredients, plus they have all these unusual ingredients. And David, as a scientist, has explained all of them. He explained every single one of them. And if you want to know, and there's videos on exactly what's in them. If you want to know more about the new Cellergize product, go to your homepage and click on Meet Our New Cellergize product. That will take you to the place where you can purchase it. If you purchase 1 of Cellergize, it is $69.95. If you purchase 2, it brings the price down to $59.95 each, and then 3 is $49.95 each. And then if you want to learn more about the Cellergize itself and having David talk about it, go to LifeWave Corporate's YouTube channel. When corporate puts out a product review, they're going to store that link on this channel. So I would highly recommend you put the link to LifeWave Corporate's YouTube channel as one of your favorites. The next topic is called Making a Decision. And the reason I wanted to add this is because Scott Brannon really, really inspired me. So he has lost 95 pounds in the last 3 years with LifeWave, but he does not attribute losing weight to the patches alone. He attributes his weight loss to making a decision after being around so many other people who are living a healthy life. So he started off by eating less and then exercising more and just kept adding these things to his routine. But basically it was being around so many positive people and choosing, again, making that decision to change something in his life. And this can apply for anything in our life, like our finances and any situation, but we just have to make a decision. And again, I was really inspired by him because Renita, on one of her calls, talked about being fit and how if we're selling a product that is in fitness, we should really be fit ourselves. And so I took that very seriously. Like she was speaking right to me and she was speaking to all of us, but I took that to heart. And so I decided that, okay, I am going to be fit. By the time I go to the Bahamas trip, I'm going to be down a lot of weight because I just know I feel a lot better when I am thinner, and it really goes with the product that we sell. So again, I really took that to heart and I just had to make that decision. So looking forward to feeling better. So I've mentioned my favorite links a few times. So I have these particular ones in my browser. So it's right underneath my browser. So I have my back office, which I go to the most. And then I have the This Is It team link to their website because there's so many amazing things on there. Then I have the YouTube channel for the LifeWave Health, the YouTube channel for the This Is It team. And if you don't know how to make a favorite, you are going to go to the particular link that you want to put in here, and then you click on the star. Then that will put the link in your browser here if you don't have a few. But if you have a lot of them, there's going to be a drop-down menu. It'll list all of the favorites you have. Just pull the ones you want front and center. Okay, in the corner again, I was going to talk about how to sign up for Steve and Gina's emails because they come from Steve Merritt. You want to be on these. And as a business builder, I encourage you, everybody to, continually train yourself. And one of the ways we find out about this is on Steve's emails. And so you go to the hamburger again, drop down to links. There are lots of links to look for, but there's your join the email list. So you definitely want to have all your people that you sign on join that because you want to be on those lists. Then you can see every day we have meetings every day. All right. So everybody, let's heal the world, share the light. The conference was called Share the Light. We are still Be the Light.